One of the biggest things that happen across the board post-betrayal trauma is a loss of trust. And we're not just talking about a loss of trust in the spouse or a loss of trust even in God, but a loss of trust in ourselves. The ability that we have to make good decisions, to judge a character, to feel that feeling in your gut that says something's wrong. Just being able to feel like you have a person, period. So this week, what I wanted to talk about is rebuilding self-trust, because you can't trust anyone else until you can truly trust yourself again and really rely on those instincts and the feelings, and know that no matter what, you've at least got your back. So I'm going to break this up into 3 different parts. And this week, I'm going to be sharing one tip with you about how you can rebuild that self-trust. So number 1 on the list is going to be listen to the voice of truth. So how often, if you pay attention to your thoughts, are you tearing yourself down? How often do you talk about yourself in a negative way? Like, even if you're just joking and you say, I'm such a hot mess. Sometimes we'll do that and it's like, okay, we're just poking fun at ourselves, but how much do you believe that? Do you believe that you're a hot mess? Do you believe that you're unworthy? Do you believe that you're fat? Are you looking at yourself in the mirror and saying, gosh, I'm so disgusting? Maybe if I looked better, if I was more attractive, if I was smarter, if I was more this, that, or the other, then maybe none of this would happen. Or maybe I could influence it more, or maybe I could change him or save my marriage, or all the things that go through your head. So part of trusting yourself is learning how to speak to yourself in a positive, uplifting way and listen to those voices, not the ones that tell you that you're unworthy and unlovable, and somehow if you were better, things would be better. So you would never listen to someone or trust someone that is constantly putting you down. You would get to where you have no faith in that person and that person is not your person. And you would know that. And it's the same principle that it is with you. So if you're listening to the voice of truth, that means that you have to change that voice in your head. I'll give you an example. Actually, I wasn't planning on this, so it's not here close to me. But this is something that I did, because you have to change the stimulus. The stimulus is anything you see, touch, smell, hear, or taste. I think I said them all right. And so this is one of my stimulus. I see this and I say it. And I love this quote. It says, let the inner ear listen to the voice of truth that is always speaking. And then I came up with all my I am statements that I wanted to truly believe about myself. And at the time I didn't believe those. And now it's like it's part of me. And so it's building that trust that I have within myself, because I speak to myself in a way that I would want it to speak to a good friend, to somebody that I love, and to the way that I would want somebody to build me up and to help me see all those good things and all those good qualities that are innately inside me that I had forgotten, that I had lost, and some of them that I had never even considered were part of who I am or who I wanted to be or who I could be. So that's week 1, is to listen to the voice of truth, which means changing the voice inside your head, right? Don't speak that way to yourself. I'll say this to my kids. I'll say, hey, don't talk about my son like that. And it's him talking about himself. Or if it's a friend talking about herself terribly, I'll say, hey, don't talk about my friend like that. And I need to do that for myself too. So that's the challenge this week. Really pay attention to your thoughts and the things you say about yourself and the way you talk to yourself out loud to other people. Protect your name, protect yourself, be your person and show up for yourself, because you're so worth it and you deserve to live like you matter in every single way, shape, and form. And that starts with yourself. It starts with the way you're talking to yourself. It starts right here. So let's work on that. And then next week, I'll share another tip. So I hope you join me here. I always like to share this is where you can hang out with me. private Facebook group for those who have experienced betrayal trauma. Generally, it's within the marriage, but you can experience betrayal trauma through any relationship that you depend on. When the trust is broken and that bond is shattered, that's betrayal trauma. So the private Facebook group, Live Like You Matter, Healing from Betrayal Trauma. Instagram, my handle is at Onita Offield. And then I have a website, which is a work in progress, onitaoffield.com. And I give free discovery calls for coaching so that you can just check that out, see what coaching is all about if you've never heard of it or tried it. And then you can see what I have to offer and how it can help you. I really hope to connect with you soon. And between now and next week, really start changing the way you talk to yourself. Listen to that self-talk and talk to yourself like you're the rock star that you are. And keep telling yourself until you believe it, and it'll happen. I'll see you guys next week. Have an awesome week. Bye-bye.